Hello everybody, my name is Zuna coming from Essential Zen, and today you're watching a video about my top 5 picks for movies of 2016. Now before we get into the actual number of the rankings, I'm going to start at number 5 and work my way up to number 1. But I want to say that there are a set of movies that I was just not able to catch in 2016 that I really wanted to, and I think would have possibly made a spot on this top 5 list to replace the ones that we're going to listen to, but I just could not catch them in time, and I'm still going to watch them, and I'm still going to have some thoughts on it. But for the movies that I did catch in 2016, which were a lot of movies, here are my top 5 picks. So coming in at number 5 is MOANA. Now this movie was, I don't know, it was almost everything that I wanted it to be. It was fantastic, phenomenal, make you feel good. It focuses on Moana, not Maui, but even Maui was an amazing character. It had hakas, a lot of cultural depth of, you know, of native Pacific Islanders, and it was just amazing. One of the animation was even great. The music, oh my goodness, having the guy who voices Fart from Rick and Morty voice the crab who sings Shiny. Oh my goodness, it was amazing. Not a perfect movie, and there were some gripes that I had with it towards the second act of the movie, the mid portion, kind of leading up to the end. But even then, the final climactic showdown was just beautiful. I don't know, like, just the scenes were so well placed, designed, and powerful that it sticks with me, and it is just so beautiful. I'm sorry, it's just a good movie. One of the best animated movies I've seen for a while. Discounting it one, there's only one that in my opinion still reigns above that in terms of animated movies, and we'll get to that later. But oh, love Moana. Highly recommend you go watch it. Coming in at number 4 for me is probably one that you're gonna find most controversial. I don't care what other people think about it, but it was one of my favorite movies that I enjoyed thoroughly this year, and that is Batman v Superman, both theatrical version and Ultimate Edition. No wait, oh Zane, but Martha, no, the movie is still phenomenal in my opinion, and it's not a perfect movie. Again, no movie is perfect except for Forrest Gump and Shawshank Redemption, Green Mile. Anyway, no movie is perfect, and despite the weak moments in BVS, I still love both the cinematography, the imagery, the symbolism, even the characters. I love the approach of having Batman, because you want to have character development. Like if you look at Clark from Man of Steel to BVS, there's character development there, and Superman will become the all-star Superman that you want him to be in the future DCEU movies. But for Batman, someone who has been, you know, oversaturated in the movie marketplace, they went the opposite route. They gave you an older Batman who was pushed emotionally and mentally to the extreme due to the past events of his tenure as Batman. And for his character progression, we're going to see him from being an extremist, you know, someone who has lost everything and is now just moving with nothing but rage, being pulled back into the Dark Knight that we know and love, you know, Bruce Wayne's Batman. Now, everything about this, like the choreography of the script and the story moving along, connecting with this dark undertone societal question of how would we react with superheroes and supervillains in a real life situation. If there was a being who could fly and literally rip off the White House's ceiling, what would you do? And to me it was amazing. A lot of the scenes were rushed towards the middle. I love the slow start, and even characters like Lex Luthor, someone who in my opinion, has never been well fleshed out other than I hate Superman, I have a God complex, and that's been it. In BVS, they give Lex depth. They give him reasoning for his insanity, his God complex, his egomaniacal trips. And it's all kind of stems from this past of, you know, parental abuse and this concept of being intelligent and viewing the world as something as disease-riddled and unworthy. And just again with this, with the imagery and the symbolism, with the constant duality of sides between the malevolent Bruce versus the rage Bruce, like from the scene of him in the Wayne Manor front yard, I guess, with the flowers walking to the cemetery. And then the exact same scene where he's in the battle suit with the kryptonite spear. That's the duality of who it is just so beautiful. And while other people find it obnoxious with all the philosophy kind of shoved into the movie, I love it. I mean, it's the same reason why I love Prometheus. So that's why BVS takes number 4 on my list. Coming in with number 3 is perhaps one of my favorite of all animated movies, and this is the one that I figure that is still like it ranks supreme. It tops above Moana for the animated movie spot, and that is Zootopia. And I freaking love me some Zootopia. I did not expect the movie to catch me off guard the way that it did. It is a beautiful amalgamation of a dark undertones of society playing as a parody to that of real life situation of racial integrity, and it doesn't do it completely correct or completely right, but they tackle racial or in this case species divergence on all accords. It's not just the predators getting the short end of the stick, though they are. I mean, they're the main ones being looked down upon in society, especially when they're outnumbered by the prey. But then you also do get the same type of interactions, like when Judy says it's not cool for, you know, someone who's not a bunny to call a bunny cute. You know, they're the prey, and the prey have the upper hand in the society, yet they still face these small minor, you know, transgressions. And I don't know, being able to have this wrapped inside of a kid's movie that's, you know, an animated movie is just phenomenal. And I had to give them extra points for the alternate story that, you know, we didn't get and we're probably not gonna get. But because, you know, I love me some dark themes, but the story then was like through mixed perspectives, where every predator animal had a shock collar. It's like this very slight, you know, dystopian future of civilization for these animals, and it was just so amazing. And I kind of wish we got more of that little style of story pushed in. You really get like your heart ripped out when you watch the outtakes or the behind the scenes, and you see the birthday party for the polar bear, and the young polar bear is having a birthday, and, you know, he gets the collar, and he sees it as this you know, tradition of, you know, moving into adulthood, whereas all the other adults know that this is basically signing away your freedom. Bonus points to Zootopia for that. Phenomenal movie, highly recommended. Coming in at number 2 is The Magnificent Seven. Oh my goodness, again, this was another movie that just kind of took me off guard. It sucker punched me. It had almost everything that I loved about it. I went in going, okay, it's a Western, or, you know, Hollywood Western, not because... And the elements just took off. From the all-star cast, from the fantastic acting, to again, the obnoxious symbolism that I so freaking love. Like Denzel Washington's character is clad in all black attire. From the hat, the shirt, the collar, the pants, the belt, the shoes, and even the socks, clad in all black, even rides a black horse. He is the epitome, the symbolism of death comes for all men. And then towards the end, with the twist of the burning rage of what happened to him in the past, that kind of catches up to the, like, a subplot. Phenomenal. And it just fits when you have that symmetry and that imagery and that, you know, cinematography with the symbolism. It all wraps up so freaking well, and it just really had me gasping in awe at the quality of the movie and the writing and the script and the acting. And as a bonus point for me personally, like from my perspective and like my personal take on it, I love diversity. I love being able to see other ethnicities in a movie and them shine so well. From the Mexican, from the Native American, the Asian. It was just amazing. And these characters and how they interact and they have that cultural heritage clashing with one another. Like when you had the white guy saying, oh, you know, we got a Mexican coming in.
Friend? Oh, we're good. We got a Mexican.
It's just really funny, hilarious, and it doesn't shy away from the cultural negativities of the Western culture and time and style. But from the beginning to the middle, the ramp up, from the second act to third, it's a fun, and like, oh, the climax is just, oh, they pulled no punches, and it is just amazing. And I don't know, it was a very simple movie, pure to its core, and it nailed almost everything right. So highly recommend it, Magnificent Seven. Go watch it. Okay, it is the time for the #1 movie on my list, and I'm pretty sure you're not gonna be able to guess what it is. I'll give you 5 seconds, you know, because you're probably gonna think, you know, either Civil War or Doctor Strange or what was another fan for, or Rogue One. My #1 movie for 2016 that I enjoyed the most was, again, another movie that caught me off guard. It just completely blindsided me, had a sucker punch to the face, and that is The Accountant. Oh my goodness, The Accountant. Again, did not expect it to wow me as much as it did. Ben Affleck playing a socially awkward person on the autism spectrum with Asperger's. Phenomenal acting, just brilliant, beautiful, talented, and that acting is what really carries the entire movie, because you have this socially awkward individual as your protagonist, and he's involved in a bunch of, like, you know, shady things, and, you know, gunfire, killing, assassinations, booking for, you know, the crime world. But then, because of the social awkwardness, he's always put in positions or scenes or events that create humorous moments that should not be humorous during some dark events of some scenes. And it's just like, it creates this weird ha-ha moments. And I don't know. It's also an extra kudos to having characters who are plagued or who are dealing with disabilities or you know, or mental states that don't usually, you know, or too often is portrayed in, you know, movies or you know, works of art. So, and it's not trying to say that the protagonist can do all this because he has autism. It's more like the character has autism, and the character also was trained in XYZ and is now involved in this lifestyle. So while they're mutually interwoven into, like, kind of what the character, you know, who the character is and what the character does, it is not the pivotal core of why the character is the way he is. In terms of career choice and you know, combat ability. So it's not trying to glamorize it, nor is it trying to deter or make it a negative aspect of having Asperger's. It's kind of just the character has Asperger's, and the way they handle it, in my opinion, is just straight up phenomenal. Just straight up phenomenal. Also, John Bernthal, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I'm pretty sure it's Bernthal, is in the movie. And if you don't know who that character is, that's the MCU's Punisher from the Daredevil Netflix series and you know, the MCU. He's in it, and even he plays an awesome part. And don't get me wrong, I love John, but he has, like, this little bit of an acting niche where no matter what role he's in, he has, like, these mannerisms that is just always there. And I think in The Accountant, he kind of had a probably like you know, an actor level up, where, you know, he's gotten better, and you see less of those mannerisms. Like, if you're curious, it's like whether it's from The Walking Dead, what was the army movie, Fury, was it something Fury or just the Fury? And you know, the MCU, where he is like literally always, yeah, I get that, but you don't know my life. You don't know what I've been through, Red. And those mannerisms are always with him in every he acts. But in the accountant, the character that he plays, I saw less of him and more of an actor playing someone else. And I don't know, then having Ben Affleck and John Bernthal like interact was just absolutely amazing. Highly recommend you go see The Accountant. It is, and to the credit of the writing, like no plot holes, and at least none from that I was able to see. And you also got the new Commissioner Gordon. Is it John Simmons? I can't remember J.K. Simmons' first name, but you know, J.K. Simmons. He's also in the movie, and the character that he portrays is done well. Oh, and it is just so much is going on, and it wraps up cleanly, like just clean. Like, it is just freaking clean, and I love it. I love it. I love it, and that's why it's my #1 movie for 2016. And I don't know, it was a good year for movies this year, in my opinion. But yeah, just phenomenal, just phenomenal. So again, the honorary mention from before: Moonlight, Queen of Katwe, Fences, Hidden Figures. Really wish I could have seen those movies before being able to make this list, but I just haven't. But what is your top 5 list of movies for 2016? What are you excited for 2017 in terms of movies? I'm dying to know. So let me know in the comment section below. If you want to see more, subscribe. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it. Voice your opinions. Share it with your friends and see if they have similar movies on their list, or if they just disagree with everything on my list and just want to flame me in the comment section below. I'll see you all in the next video, but until then, I've been Zono, coming from Essence of Zen. Take care.
March winds and April showers.